I want to believe that your journey of building wealth is actually happening and that you are making money, because that is what we want. As I meet different business people, I have discovered 2 in 3 business people believe that working capital is a problem to their business and that they could do better if only they were assisted in one way or the other. This is DM Tanki on Business and Money, your authoritative wealth companion. Welcome to the show.
Business and money. We are all about your business. Business and money. Weka pesa mfukoni, ukitaka kumake dough. And financial freedom, ukitaka mawaidha, biashara inawiri. This is business and money.
Coming up on Business and Money.
Working capital and by extension cash flow is the oxygen of business.
The business inaweza kuwa kubwa and the customers that you get wanakuwa more. So itabidi ile profit ulipata uilete kwa biashara ndio uweze kukua.
So what we normally do is have partnerships with the hotels and they give us a credit period.
Cash flow management is always a difficult thing. There's always something that you need to be able to sit down and determine at what point do you need what kind of money.
Business and money.
Corporate Finance Institute, CFI, defines working capital as a measure of a company's short-term liquidity. This is important for performing financial analysis, financial modeling, and managing of cash flow. The formula for working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. Current assets cover cash, accounts receivable, and inventories, whereas current liabilities cover accounts payable, short-term borrowings, and accrued liabilities. This is our facts and figures business tip. Negative working capital means assets aren't being used effectively and a company may face a liquidity crisis, causing financial and operating challenges if liabilities are due.
This is business and money.
There you have it. You have had it for yourself. Working capital is actually like the oxygen of business. You have had this guy who says he needs 2 million Kenya shillings every week. Otherwise, he closes his plant. Now, we want to meet our guest today to just find out how are they managing this thing called working capital. What are these things that makes them right, so that we can borrow a few things from them and hopefully you can be able to learn and apply it in your business. Let's go and meet our guests for today.
In just 4 years and with a staff of 10, this egg supplier and chicken breeder based in Ongata Rongai has been supplying products to different government agencies, among other clients. The company aims at becoming the biggest egg and chicken supplier in East Africa.
My name is Alfred Mkangu, CEO Otinya General Agencies.
Rexy Roofing Products Limited, with 11 years experience, specializes in providing high-quality roofing and waterproofing solutions to the construction industry. They've carried out highly notable projects such as the Hub Karen Shopping Mall, Brookhouse School's Runda Campus, Cedar Mall Nanyuki, Queen of Apostles Catholic Church, and numerous residential projects in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. They've been recognized and awarded the most innovative roofing products by Kenya Homes Expo 2013 through 2015 and most environmentally friendly products by Construction Excellence Awards 2014.
My name is Irene Wanjiko, Managing Director, Rexy Roofing.
Having partnered with Deming Institute of USA, whose founder Dr. W. Edwards Deming is celebrated for helping Japan's recovery and transformation after World War II, as well as the success of Toyota, Roundtable Africa RTA is now the exclusive East Africa franchise partner for Deming Institute USA. Represented in the 5 East Africa countries, RTA excels in leadership, management, as well as quality training and consultancy.
My name is Justin Macharia, the Managing Director of Roundtable Training Africa. This
is Business
and Money.
This is business and money.
Hey, Justin.
Hey.
Good to see you, man.
Thank you, man.
How are you doing?
Well enough.
Karibu sana.
Great, thank you.
Please take a seat there.
Right.
Alfred is already here.
Ah,
Alfred, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good to see you.
Sam,
You are looking great, man.
thank you so
Please
much.
take that seat.
Okay.
Asante sana.
Karibu.
You guys are okay?
We okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irene,
Hi,
good to see you.
good to see you.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Nice smile. Please take this one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me be a gentleman.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know, we learn these things as we go.
Sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Good. Otherwise, you guys are doing okay?
Yeah, we're doing well.
Beautiful. Now, as you can see, our guests are already here, and we are ready to just have this candid discussion on how you can be assisted to manage your working capital. But before we continue, we want to take a short commercial break, and then after that, we can come and now build this knowledge so that our viewers can be able to enjoy and build wealth in their businesses. Thank you so much.
Business and money. This is business and money.
Welcome back. And if you are just joining us, this is Business and Money, your authoritative wealth companion, and we are discussing matters, working capital, and of course, cash flow management. In this segment, sense and sense, and you don't want to miss. So please stay put as we engage our panel today in this very great topic of working capital. Karibuni sana, gentlemen. Thank you, and lady, of course.
Thank you.
Or I should have said lady and gentlemen.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Justin,
Yes, sir.
what do you do, by the way?
This is my main hustle. It's management training and consultancy.
Okay.
So we build capacity, develop capacity for corporates.
Yeah.
So we're dealing with the adult learning and especially now different departments in organizations from customer care, supervisory skills,
Okay.
process and quality management.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Wow. And the lady?
I'm in construction.
Okay.
I run a construction firm. That's
You are in construction.
Yeah.
Tough girl.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So we specialize even at a tougher stage of construction,
Okay.
which is roofing and waterproofing. So that's what we do.
Okay.
Yeah, we have after this, I can show you some of our excellent products and projects on what we do.
Yeah.
Even where we see right now, I've already seen some of
your products.
Some of our products. So
beautiful.
I'm very excited to be here. Yeah.
Excellent. Alfred,
Yes,
you still do chicken?
I do poultry.
Oh, poultry, not chicken.
I start from supplying farmers with chicks. The chicks grow. They start laying eggs. I start buying the first eggs. They are called starters.
Okay.
They grow, and now they grow into big eggs. Now they get to the normal price. Now the chicken lay until they grow old.
Okay.
I buy them again from the farmers and sell.
You buy what from the farmers? The chicken that have grown old?
Yeah, which
Okay.
when the production has gone down,
Yeah.
they dispose them off, which takes them maybe 18 months to 2 years.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
Yes.
I don't know, Justin, how much working capital do you need in your kind of business? I imagine maybe very limited.
Actually, for us, because we're in the service, unlike the rest who are in production,
Yeah.
ours is more of intellectual capital.
Okay.
So our working capital probably was in the initial stages where we had to get the office space, furniture, live streaming equipment.
Yeah.
But now going forward is basically having partners and basically associates and other people to come together to bring solutions for the organizations that we've been told to train.
So for you, working capital is not in monetary terms.
It's not.
It is in intellectual
terms, yes.
How lucky you are, my friend. Irene.
Yeah,
unasikia watu wako sawa.
I know. I'm listening to him, and I'm really envying him because construction, of course, is one of the most demanding in terms of working capital.
Yeah.
You need a lot. Like, even to put something into perspective, just as an example, if you have a house, every Kenyan wants to own a house, so people can identify with this for your family. Assuming you have a house that's about 500 square meters, which is like a 4-bedroom maisonette that you're building, you need maybe to set aside at least 3 million for the roofing system.
Okay.
Yeah, like at budget level, that's what you're looking at. So it means that the capital is intensive because if you have 3 million as working capital, you can only serve one customer.
Wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
so I would say it's quite intensive.
I
yeah.
imagine that the 3 million is not from you.
Yeah, of course.
The customer gives you. Okay. So the pressure may not be as much.
Yeah, but still it's a lot because you see, when it comes to planning, I think we have a lot to improve on that.
Okay.
And I'm sure you know it because you deal with many different companies, that we are still not very good planners, yeah? So what happens is, by the time, for some of the clients, you come to get the roofing today. Yeah, you've been building a house for, let's say, a year, but then today when you're at the roofing stage is when you start shopping, but it shouldn't be like that. When you already start is when you should start the ordering process so that you can even pay in installments, you know, to make it easier. But if you come much later, it means that if I don't have the product at that time, because also inventory cost, then it means it's quite high.
True.
It means that then you lose out on the business sometimes. So sometimes you have to have the inventory for the clients who will come today and they want to buy today and go with their system.
Amazing. Wow, Alfred.
Yes.
Poultry, I don't know how much working capital you need on a weekly, on a daily, I don't know, on a monthly basis.
There's no specific amount of money that you need.
Okay.
Because when you're buying chicks and supplying the farmers, let's say you're giving a farmer 10,000 chicks, you need 1 million.
Okay.
You need to run, then you're buying eggs on a weekly basis, you have orders to supply, maybe you need another 1 million.
So you don't get your own or grow your own eggs?
I don't grow my own eggs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't grow my own eggs.
You buy from different
farmers. And over time, when I began the business, it was on a small scale, but over time, farmers have gotten to know me, and I outsource my eggs from all over the country.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. But I presume you buy cash.
I do.
And therefore you
for
need,
farmers, no credit facility. It is cash and cash because the chicken need to feed.
Yeah.
Chicken cannot go without food for a single day. Yeah. So it's cash, and cash.
I know when it comes to farmers, my friend, I know, you know, in my other life, I also deal with milk. That's very strange. You know, Justin, I do a lot of engagement with many business people in different workshops. When I survey the people in a workshop, maybe 100 people, 150 sometimes, I get to discover 2 in 3 will always have issues relating to working capital. What are you doing to make sure that when you get an order, you are able to service it without, you know, running your head all over the place?
Well, yes, thanks. Because as much as it is intellectual, so we, like our workshops, we normally have them in hotels, conferences. That needs money.
Okay.
So the working capital is there.
Yeah.
So what we normally do is have partnerships with the hotels.
Okay.
And they give us a credit period.
Okay.
Probably pay after 15 or 30 days.
Absolutely.
Yes, so that's how we manage our working capital.
Okay.
However, what happens if the trust fails and you don't pay the obligation, so now it will be on a cash basis. So on a cash basis, it becomes very tight. So you need the clients to pay upfront so that you can be able to pay your.
Yeah, and most of the time they also don't want to pay upfront.
So how we go about it is having a very a nice ecosystem of suppliers and partners who give you credit.
Okay.
And the most important thing is what we call the financial hygiene. Meet your obligation. Because the moment you don't, they will pull you out. They will cash list you. So it helps by even trying to get LPOs, and probably if things are tight, you can do an overdraft in the bank at least, so have a relationship as well with the bank, so they can give you something to get you off a sticky situation.
I like the fact that you have said you can actually engage your suppliers or your partners, in your case the hotels, so that they can give you credit, and that becomes a form of working capital. Yes. And if the worst comes to worse, you go to the bank and ask for an overdraft. Irene, yours is heavy.
But I think even though it's heavy, just to build on what Justin is saying, because the principles of working capital will remain the same even when it's intensive, because it's just really a balance between your cash flows and your inflows, your payables and receivables, and probably the inventory aspect where you need it. So I think it's very important to look at it in terms of what are you being paid and what are you paying out, Because you see, like what Justin said, he's able to balance that by the time, let's say, the clients have already paid, he doesn't have to pay ahead of time before he receives the money. So it's really, the way I see it, it's creating that balance. What money do I have coming in, and projecting what money do I have going out, and creating, of course, a good relationship with your suppliers. Many people will not go into business because they'll say that I don't have the capital, but yet you can leverage on the clients who are paying you, that they'll pay you, and then you can buy or organize for whatever they need, and so the business is able to run. Of course, at higher level, you of course need the banks to come in, and so you need to be trustworthy. Nobody will lend you money or give you their product when they know you are likely to run away with it.
You know, I think the challenge that I find is that, yes, it is true you can finance your working capital through the payments you receive, but the cash payments that you are getting doesn't come at the same speed.
Yeah, it's very tight.
As the money that is going out. So you find that cash inflow and cash outflow are not at the same speed.
True.
So you are getting this, eh?
Yes, I am.
I don't know whether you experience it. Cash inflow and cash outflow, not the same speed. Most of the time, the one
it's
going
flowing out more. The outflow pipes are bigger.
So
Very true.
how do you ensure in your business that flow of cash is properly managed?
In farming, you've mentioned that you
I have another life.
you have another life,
A side hustle.
and you know the problems farmers face in this country.
Yes.
If you are a farmer, you have to have at times extra money to run your project. Because at times you get overwhelmed with supply. You don't have money to pay. So the farmer has no choice but give you products on credit. Then you do what? You pay later. Trust is paramount. Because again, in this business, getting a farmer to accept you, to do business with you, is not something very easy. He'll treat you with caution, suspicion. Some of them, even when you go to their homes, they even want to forget you.
No, because they have suffered. You know, they have suffered so much. Many farmers have been conned, they have lost money.
Exactly.
And they don't want to have another experience.
Yes. So they'll be very careful dealing with you until you now build that relationship. However, the biggest tragedy sometimes in this business is when you get to supply the product to a company or a hotel, then they are saying, we'll pay you after 90 days.
And that is where the real issues now come.
Yes.
Because your farmer wants you to pay him immediately.
Yes.
But the hotel wants to pay you after 90 days.
90 days.
Now, so what do you do? That's my interest. What do you do?
I've been in that kind of business for some time, but with the time I have decided to pull out because it's not a laughing matter, guys. It's not a laughing matter. Why? Because
one of the strategies.
So one of the solution is pulling out.
Yes, you get to a scenario whereby the accountant has been fired or transferred.
Oh my goodness.
You have nobody to ask. Money goes down the drain.
But don't you have
and your
delivery
invoices
notes?
are missing.
Your invoices.
You have, but you go and get. There's an overhaul of everything. Or even the hotel has been sold, or the company has been sold.
Or it's
and
shut
they
down.
are very hostile too. So you will find
you close shop also.
you have to outsource money, and because this is something now that is part of you. You used to it. You can't just do without it. So you have to look for money to keep running the business. And again, in any business, you must have savings. Because you can get a tragedy, you have to reinvent yourself and move on.
So Alfred.
Yes.
So as we are talking right now, do you have a business?
I do have a serious business, I do. I have a serious business running.
Okay.
Yes.
So what happened? You closed and you reopened?
So I changed strategy. When I was still new in the business, and you know, I don't know what happens. These people know people who are new in the business, so they keep on coming to you. You are excited at that time. This is a good deal. They'll give you absolutely a good deal. If you are selling at 330, they'll tell you, okay, we'll buy your eggs at 370.
So they give you an incentive,
and it's so enticing. Before you know it,
they have crippled you.
You want to do business with me? Cash upfront for the first time. Let me also get to understand your dynamics, trust you first. Then now we can talk about credit. But before that, cash on delivery.
Justin, I'm sure you are hearing this.
Oh, yes.
And this is real, by the way.
True.
Business. This is what business people go through. I don't know your experience in terms of managing situations where you have money you are waiting for.
Okay.
It hasn't come, but in the meantime you have bills that needs to be paid, and they can't wait. Have you been in that situation?
Oh, yes, many
How
times.
do you navigate
many
it?
times.
Yeah.
What we try to do is within the invoice, we also give a certain time frame that it should be sorted. So not everybody follows the terms. Then try to put a punitive way, if it is delayed past a certain time, there's a kind of a penalty. Is to dissuade them from keeping your money still with them, because you're also incurring other obligations as well. So, but again, it's the relationship, with everything, service and production. It's the relationship you have with your clients.
But what do you do, Justin, when somebody tells you, actually I want to pay you, I'm also waiting for money? You know, it's a circle. So I want to pay you, but for money that I'm also waiting, which hasn't come. How do we survive as business people?
Yeah, it's tough, but that's why, like he said, that you go to your savings. At some point, you need to have some reserve. Reserve to get you off that sticky situation.
So one strategy then, you need to create a reserve when things are good, so that it gives you some leeway when payments delay. What is your experience?
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, also besides in Kenyans, we are not very good also at saving, because there's a time I put up a post and I said it's important to save, and people said, where is the money to save? Like, nobody is paying you enough for savings. But of course, that's a whole class, because you can, whatever you get, if you save fast, then you will be able to manage to probably live below or within your means, But now in terms of the business sense, of course, the saving is important to keep something aside. But I think also it's good to really look at it critically at the level of funding for your business, You can either get in, we know the problems with shareholders, but yes, you can get equity, people to come into your business and inject money. Of course, it's not that easy, and sometimes you'll fall out with them, but that is life. Then there's also the banks. If you want to an easier way, I think funding through the bank, that is debt. That can also work for you, because you see, what you're asking is really an important question. What do you do when someone tells you, I'll pay you on this date, and then they're not paying? I mean, there's only so many people you can take to the courts, that now I'm here, I've come to I've come to sue ABCD. And then also your reputation is on the line, because now everybody will say, if you don't pay them for 10 days,
they take
you to court. So sometimes I think you have to look at other aspects of funding the working capital in your business. And I think, to me, the straight one is the bank, but that also comes with some responsibilities, because you have to be banking with that bank. You can't just window shop and say, give me money today. They'll not touch you. So there's that credibility of when you're paid, are you being paid through cash and then disappearing with the money? The bank never says what you're being paid. So if you have a regular bank, you put your money there, then the bank can look at your cash flow, and then they'll be able to say, you're doing something,
you deserve
to be. And then if you start small, then repay the money also. Because if you don't repay, now we have the CRB, the banks have ways of communicating, so that means they will not touch you again.
Alfred, I don't know, out of your experience, what can you tell a business person who is struggling with this working capital thing? And you know, sometimes they are doing very well in terms of transactions, but there is no money that is coming in as yet.
Any realistic business should start on a small scale. Because if you start on a large scale, before you know it, you'll be down. And you will not be able to pick up the piece and move on. So you have to start on a small scale. You need to have a reserve. And when you get into business, don't get into business with a mindset of making profits. There are times when you'll make losses.
So your advice is that business people should start small, and build their capacity.
Yes, and as they are building their capacity, let them have savings. And when the business does not do well, let them not give up. Yes.
Actually, just like he said as well, organic growth is very important. Start and learn on the job. Don't start too big
Okay.
Because probably at some point, not the capital that drives the business, it's the lessons learned as you go about.
Okay.
And learn fast.
Yeah.
Because learning later it becomes expensive.
True.
So, and then what I'll probably say is people should avoid the stop-gap fixes like Shylocks, because Shylocks just put you in a bigger mess.
Okay.
So probably you can time maybe your car and say you just needed 500,000.
Yeah.
The terms of the Shylock, the cost of that Shylock, or whatever other system that is giving you a quick fix is probably worse than if you source from probably any other person. But
it's more punitive.
It's punitive, and at the end of it, you may lose your collateral.
Yeah.
And that cash was too expensive for you to advance to what you wanted to do.
Okay. You know, these Shylocks, they give you money quickly.
Yes, 24 hours.
24 hours, sometimes even sooner than that. So they have a way of enticing you like the other guys.
Exactly.
Yeah. Irene, your closing remarks?
Okay, so my remarks will be on consistency. Like, don't jump from one business to another. When you hear quills are doing well, you jump there. When you hear this is doing well, you jump there. Because now this completely will throw you off balance. You'll never be able to understand the business that you're running because you're always trying to run for the newest thing that is coming. And this will also ruin your relationship, because by the time your supplier is looking for you, you're telling them now you're in quills, you are in, whatever other thing, you are in Bitcoin. So you see that already starts having an issue for you. And then of course also your brand, like what do people know you for? If you say we will supply, we will deliver this, will you do that? Because once you do all those things, then even when you have challenges, you are able to meet and find a way forward as far as your working capital is concerned.
Wow, wow. There are ways that can help you. And I like the discussion, the need to balance between cash inflow and cash outflow. And then number two, you don't have to keep moving from one thing to the other. You have been told you can negotiate with your suppliers to get a 30-day, a 45-day, a 15-day credit. That becomes part of working capital, Justin. And we have also been advised that you can negotiate with the bank. Instead of going to a Shylock, believe you me, or even the mobile lenders. I know they rescue us in critical times of need, but they rescue you at a very severe cost because it can be as high as 100% per annum. But we never realize because it is charged monthly or sometimes even weekly.
True.
Well, when we come back, we will be discussing with a subject matter expert, somebody who is refined and has studied matters of finance and can be able to help us to understand how exactly we need to do as we seek to manage our finances so that the businesses don't have to suffer. So don't go away. See you after the break.
Business and money. This is business and money. Business and money. We are all about your business. Business and money. Weka pesa mfukoni ukitaka kumake dough and financial freedom. Ukitaka mawaidha, biashara